Namaskar, Suraj Singh. This book, Civil Engineering Building Practice, published in 1996, written by me, regarding building activities carried over on sites. This is for qualified civil engineers, students of civil engineering, and practical foremen, supervisors, all those. Published by CBS publisher. The Ganj address is given on this video. This is regarding project management, state-of-art contracts, new site schemes, structure profiles, swimming pools, baths, engineering law, statutory references. I started writing this book in 1992. It took 3 years to 4 years for making a script in those days, and it was by hard work of publisher and myself finally published in 96. In this video, I shall try to include contents of this book because these are not available in other books. I'll read it now. Let's see this content here. I got read it. These are categories of planning: explanation of classes, preparation of various bills of quantities, preparation of various building specifications, converting about documents to tender documents, shortlisting, pre-qualification of tenders, floating tender, closing, scheduling and negotiations, tender bond, site handover, commencement of construction, supervision and control by various agencies working in contact area, coordination, liaison, contractors, organizations, structural levels, contractors, agents, internal dealings with contractors, organizations at site, elaboration of coordinations as pointed out earlier, architectural, structural mechanical engineering, electrical mechanical engineering, reflected ceiling plans, structural finishes, electrical, structural plumbing and drainage, services finishes, external services, external works, liaison to the statutory bodies, structural and structural coordination. Now in liaison, main contractor, subcontractor, main contractor, resident engineer and engineer, contractor, other main contractor, local statutory bodies, main contractor, engineer, what a contractor's agent is supposed to do, maintaining site diary. Some consultants prefer daily job records, daily report submittal, material submittal, pro forma sheet, shop drawing, working drawing pro forma, weekly program, quarterly program, complete program, bar schedule or chart, allocating percentages to a particular activity, operation, revised program, monthly progress report, monthly technical and coordination meetings, internal as well as external, contract site meeting, minutes of technical and coordination meeting, monthly progress report, special and instant meetings, site memorandum, site instruction, engineer's instruction, valuation, valuation to subcontractor, minor subcontractor, reflected ceiling plan, record drawing, as-built drawing, request for inspection, test report, material test record, concrete pour control, ready mix concrete, material status schedule, working drawing and shop drawing, complete coordination and liaison, internal dealings with contractors organization, material requirement, coordination with garage, daily report to head office, coordination with main quantity engineer, surveyor, coordination with office manager, staff and other agents, coordination with contracts manager, miscellaneous labor problems, coordination with other sections of company, agents dealing at site, daily program, daily supervision, daily material order, solving instant site problems, solving problems with resident engineer, consultants, solving shell, solving staff disputes and ordering, labor bills for wages, overtimes and leave salaries, labor working on contract, preparing rebar schedule, proposal for alternatives to resident engineer consultants, technical study of job and instructions, daily meeting and general liaison, analysis of project cost based on programs. What a deputy agent, sub-agent should do, what a site engineer should do, what a general foreman should do, what an assistant engineer should do, what a foreman should do, what a plant engineer or foreman should do, what is an office manager, time clerk, keeper, storekeeper, what a mechanical engineer should do, what an electrical engineer should do, what a plumbing and drainage engineer should do, what a road engineer should do, specialist works, engineer and supervision, not for supervision. Engineer's office, structures level, resident engineer and supervision, what a resident engineer should do, contractual, legal aspect. Architectural engineering consultant, structural engineering consultant, civil works engineering consultant, mechanical engineering consultant, electrical engineering consultant, plumbing and drainage engineering consultant, quantity engineering consultant, office staff, inspection, clerk of works, working relations, records to be kept in resident engineer's office, corresponding pro forma supervisory controls, engineer's instructions, minutes of coordination technical meeting, minutes of contract site meeting, remedial works, notes, remedial note, confidential letter, variation order, snagging list format, progress charts, day works, contractor's letter to engineer for practical completion, completion certificate correspondences for practical and final completions, site clarifications, general inspection requests, concrete pour inspection requests, delete of records, and accident report on site, pro forma for infrastructural chambers record, pro forma for testing and commissioning, operations activities involved in swimming pool construction, general activities in building construction and execution, sports court surfacing, epoxy floors, concrete auxiliaries and resin compounds, knowledge of different types of contracts. Package deal contract, bills of quantity contract, schedule of rates contracts, lump sum contract, itemized lump sum contract, bills of quantity plus percentage rate contracts, cost plus percentage contract, cost plus fee contract, labor rate contract, target contract, construction by direct labor subcontract, miscellaneous contract terms, prime cost sum, provisional sum, price enhancement on materials, enhancement on wages, extras, lump sum itemized contract, bill of quantities contract, fixation of extra prices, unforeseen circumstances, loaded price, claims, delay claims, practical completion, civil engineering and project management contract for building projects, typical, construction contracts, new sites, certain sketches, even regarding building projects, buildings profiles, general information about swimming pools and law, and building practice statute references. And this is a proposed generally man- site connections among various authorities on building sites of owners, engineer, contractors, subcontractors, consultants, how they work together in links is a key plan of that. Not usually available anywhere. This indicates relations Among all, this was long back designed by manual drawing by ballpoint pen, and this gives just direct various dotted lines, full lines, various lines are there. Layered as given indications. So it's all that. And there's this organizational tree also. See, in that organizational tree it is. Let's see this. This is an organization in tree form. This is in tree form. Let's see chart. And the text starts. The first chapter says civil engineering construction projects, which is there, and it starts with building practice. It says construction project itself is a wide term applied to production engineering of any civil engineering requirement. We shall like to discuss various stages related to making of a building of any requirement. And this given four classes are given here. And one is to conceive or visualization of an idea, and the next one is technicalities involved in that. The third one is carrying work out on site. The fourth is commissioning to use operational maintenance. Just in short, I'm just telling you the class one, which is you can say comprising of architectural as well artistic aspects of vision, and bird's eye view, you can say perspective model, you can say coordination opinion. Second one is comprising of all these details, upper statutory bylaws, their detailing and everything. The third one says that tender, contract award, execution and all that. The fourth one is testing, commissioning and maintenance of these works. These are four classes, description of which has been given in all these chapters, which are say, explanation, a brief explanation are given, which I cannot tell here everything because there are more than 5 pages in this book. I just give titles of these explanations. Let's say preparation of various bills of quantities after design is available, everything is available, and stage class 1 and class 2 in fact correspond to mutual interactions among owner, architectural engineer, structural engineer, services engineer, specialist engineers, civil works engineers, drafting engineers, and statutory bodies, which are all indoor activities of, and of course do not relate to much complications, but concentration on paperwork, desk work, and in drawing and design office under duration of the engineer in terms of contract. Actually, all approaches and all ideas on papers and everything appears on smooth going as a dream at this stage due to non-availability of various facts. Number of assumptions are made subject to practical availability and design adjustments. Consequently, you shall find a number of changes at site during execution followed by various instructions, particularly in some sections where every item is not feasible enough to be carried out per design standards. You just continue this one. Third one is preparation of this is the most difficult class and shall be further divided into number of sections. Bills of quantities, building specifications, standard documents, shortlisting for pre-qualification of contractors, floating tenders, closing, scrutiny, negotiation, suitability check, and award of by engineer, by honors, site handing over, commencement of construction, supervision, control till practical completion, snags, rectifications, and then section 4 is major testing and commissioning, which is very important. All systems are carried out to satisfaction of the specialist engineers of concerned disciplines for a specified period in contract. Generally, 1 month commissioning and is recommended by the standards and particular implementation of our standards, and there the maintenance of built structures commences, but shall be done for a period of 400 days or more. After the completion of this maintenance period is over, you can say the contract is one completed contract. Now the explanations are there for the preparation of various BOQ. I explained how BOQ are produced in lump sum contract and itemized lump sum contract, not in item rates. I'm just talking about a lump sum contract here because this book is mainly based on lump sum contracts. Once lump sum is fixed, it can be changed, and the contractor has to deliver works in accordance with specifications and drawings. So this is preparation of various BOQs and preparation of various building specifications, which is a very difficult job. All specifications, all disciplines, not civil alone, civil, electrical, mechanical, all. Even now it is electronics also, computer, IT, all. Converting these documents to tender documents, which is also a very difficult job. With all these drawings, quantities, and preparations, whatever, have to be book bound into tender documents for floating tenders. This is one shortlisting of tenders, qualification. You cannot openly publish and anybody can buy it. No, you have to first check shortlist required number of specialist contractors for this. Floating tenders, closing, scrutiny, and negotiations. Floating tenders, closing it, opening, then you can say scrutiny them. In scrutiny is check, examination, whether it meets requirements of tender. Negotiation, the price negotiation and conditions and negotiation, which is final settlement. There is a long description of this. Then tender bond, you understand tender bond, I think. There's a money fixed in bond form, so tender cannot be withdrawn, and if some party withdraws it, means money is forfeited. And it is site handover, commencement of construction, supervision and control. Site handover means plot handover, not project completed, or construction site is handed over. Commencement of construction after that means supervision by contractor as well as by consultants. Control till practical completion of contract. Practical completion means the real date of work and excluding maintenance. The complete site clearance in various agencies working on the contract. This is a great explanation here. For that we see, I'll just give a brief on coordinations. And here, since contract is fully responsible for complete execution of contract job, engineer specifications is a very important status to be disposed of in case contract is of general nature, wherein all specific operations involved in building are carried out. A great degree of competence is needed for disposal of following responsibilities actively. Let us start saying coordination. What's coordination actually? It's not, it looks simple coordination, but it's very difficult in practical life. You have to keep everybody in tie-up position. One activity cannot be delayed by another. If you keep something delayed, so all activities on other disciplines are affected. So I'm saying coordinations among various disciplines, from the architectural and structural discipline, structural and mechanical discipline, electrical and mechanical discipline, structural finishes and electrical disciplines, structural and plumbing and drainage disciplines, services and finishes discipline, external services and external works discipline, service liaison to statutory bodies. Statutory bodies means government departments actually. Structural and structure. Liaison is main contractor and subcontractor liaison together. Subcontractors and subcontractors through main contractor. Let me clarify what main contractor and subcontractor in brief. Main contractor means to whom work is awarded by owner. That person, that company is fully responsible for each and every part of tender, but that company is not responsible each and every aspect. So it can just give work to another company, just award to another company for a small activity, and that is called subcontractor. So this is subcontractors through main contractor. Main contractor, consultants, groups, and engineers. Consultant groups means engineer, means who supervises the job, and they are real engineers in contractual terms. Contractor, other contractors working in the same site. There will be many contractors on one site and they have to coordinate together. Main contractor and engineer. Main contractor, local authority bodies. Now these explanations are only few, there are so many things. I'll give another in brief, a small organization chart of site, which is here. You can say it just gives various positions in simple tree form. It's like that. And people of contracts managers. Then comes down to, it says chief, say it says contracts manager, then there is chief, QS means quality person, then site agent, they are parallel to him, an office manager parallel to him, a garage parallel to him. These four positions are the site agent, site in charge, this project manager can say. Chief of quantity quality services means I can say quality controls, office manager, garage. And it is deputy agent, plant engineer, site engineer, below plant engineer, mechanic, site engineer assistant, site engineers, quantity engineers, junior engineer, foreman, qualified land surveyor. These are written there. The deputy agents, sub agents. There are so many descriptions from various disciplines. And then I come to agent. What site agent is? Contractor's chief executive. Contractor's chief executive on job site is designated site agent. He is kind of responsible person to respond to consultants and to respond to some organizers and respond to who's there is a spokesperson on the site and he is responsible for each and activity that goes on site for contract. He is responsible in that case. If something goes wrong, action can be taken against that person. That's called site agent. In statutory terms, in contractual terms, it can project manager, it can project engineer, depends upon organization. But about the job description means site agent, site representative, can say is representative of contracting firm. It's called site agent. And his jobs are very difficult. Means he has a list of number of jobs, which are activities. For example, this means site diary, daily job submittals, report submittals, material submittals, the shop and working drawing submittals, weekly programs, quarterly programs, complete programs, revised programs, monthly progress reports, monthly technical and coordination meetings, monthly technical and coordination meetings internal for contractors, general meetings, special and instant meetings, site memorandums, site instructions, engineers instructions, valuations for completed works, subcontractors valuations, reflected ceiling plans, as built and record, as built and record drawings. Do you know this? I think in our country this is not given very well required value as built or record drawings. They're very important factors. You know what happens here in our cities? They put concrete on road, and after 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, they break the concrete, put pipelines, electrical cables. It's nonsense. They waste concrete, they waste time, money, and everything. This is called actually record drawings. If they have services record drawings available in each and every city and states, they can know where service is going, where it is required before putting carriageway paving. They can do that, but they don't do that. Everywhere they break, and this national wastage and natural wastage. Anyway, I'm not criticizing someone. Request for inspection, test reports, concrete report records, material test reports, material status schedules, drawing status schedule, complete coordination and license related to allied services, departments and local bodies. Well, this is just a list of internal dealings. I'm just going to explain internal dealings with contractors organization itself. Material requirement procurements, which is not easy because quality wise, specification wise, and money wise, we have to handle this. Coordination with garage means you can say kind of workshop where vehicles are maintained, machines are maintained, and materials are controlled. Garage, stores, and workshops. Daily reporting to head office for obtaining various records, pending for submissions, approvals, and coordinations. Coordination with main quantity surveyor responsible for job in case same is not based on site for medium-sized jobs. Coordination with office manager and other staff. Coordination with contracts manager. Solving miscellaneous labor problems. Coordination with other engineering sections of companies who take or give any machine or any material involved in job or workforce adjustments. Then dealings at sites in nominal way. Say this is a daily program, daily supervision, daily material order, solving instant problems, solving problems with consultants, and pursuing matter solutions, solving staff disputes and making necessary orders in interest of jobs, labor bills for wages and overtimes and sanctions, labor working contract valuations kept moving, preparation of reinforcement bending schedules, proposing the alternative to the resident engineer for discussion. Alternative means if you want to change something from drawing or design, you have a right in such contexts to propose any better thing, saving money or at the same cost, saving time. And if a resident engineer or engineer accepts that, it can be allowed. That's the beauty of that contract. Technical study of job and instructions, site engineers and required. daily meetings and general election. These are administrative parts of that engineer. People understand the technical work. No, this is not technical alone. This is more than management. Means on site you have to work like administrator, like a manager, like an engineer, and like a layman as well. Like like sometimes office boy, sometimes driver yourself. Sometimes there's no limit at all. Means it's complete miscellaneous job and responsible job on top of that. No, there are so many major activities. Elaboration of coordination as pointed earlier, architectural, structural, all those classes that I previously mentioned, structural, mechanical engineering, electrical, mechanical engineering, coordination, reflected ceiling plans, all this structural finishes, electrical, structural plumbing, services, finishes, external services, external works, all these different classes of coordination which are a must on site to produce a better building and quality building not to break, avoiding all wastes of materials. Then license to authorities, structurals, and license main contractor, subcontractor, etc. This all I narrated earlier. Then let us come to main point of side diary. What type of side diary is that? Contractor is supposed to do is he has to produce side diary daily. It means to say this is a simple page I'm going to use of side diary, which you can maintain on yourself. Means there's no more complication, simple one it is. I used to do this type in 1980, 85 or 86, you can say that long time back. It was used, and we are write daily of this diary outside for activities. It was very interesting document, simple document. Computer those days there was no computer, nothing. You just have to use a book or diary and write on that. And it was this side diary, the date and budget reference, and name of work, contact reference, serial number, description, contacts agent, engineer, resident engineer, etc. These are all columns there. Plus still about the work plan means what we wanted to do. Then there was activities completed. Then there was activities started, followed by manpower, workforce, main contractor. Then the manpower, workforce, subcontractor. Then the daily temperatures we used to report. You see, visitors to site who used to come to site that day were recorded. Test samples means what tests were required. Activities carried out, main contact, subcontacts. These activities were written there on the each and every day. Accidents if happen, inspections, materials arrived, machines arrived, total machines on site, others means anything there, whatever else is there. Even used to write what approvals were there. Whatever work we carried out, these were put on request for approval and these approvals are recorded on this. This was simple pace, but every day we had to do it. And signed by agent and signed by resident engineer. So these were practical documents. Now there are so many additions on this because quality department has come, safety department has come, many other departments have come. Those all cover on different pages, but this remains same in principle. So maintaining side area that I exist called side area. There was metal submittal sheet. So there's no metal can be allowed on site in permanent works without approval of engineer and approval of owner. Is a rule. Rule on FIDIC. Rule everywhere in contracts. You know FIDIC. FIDIC is a standard contract form internationally used in all projects. That is the Red Book. It's for 1999 Red Book is called. Used for building projects and other projects as well. There are various books, Red Book, Yellow Book, and so many books are there for different types of works in construction. In civil engineering, generally, Red Book is applicable for construction works. So there's a metal submittal. Without that submittal, without a report, you cannot even buy that, and you have to propose that first what material you are going to use on site. That is very important. You have to see the specification. You have to cover what is required. You have to ensure compliance of that material with your proposal and your budget as well. Means does that proposed material cover what you counted, what you value during your estimation of tender. So that is material submittal sheet. It is simple, it's not difficult at all. It is very simple. You can this is very simple sheet. This is contact, name of work, name of your item, reference to specification, name of manufacturer, technical literature, sample, remarks, delivery, and then there are all columns by all. That is called material. Here, generally, people don't understand this. Uh, Fortunately, I had an opportunity to work in Middle East Gulf countries for 20 years now, so I am aware of this. Here, I am not finding any such thing. I just bring in anything, putting in anything, just by verbal approvals and approval letters and all that. There's no standard. Still in government as well as in private sector, unfortunately. Same happens for shop drawing summit. What shop drawing maybe people not knowing. Most of you may be knowing is shop drawing and working drawing submittals means structural drawings or other standard drawings are not adequate for execute for practically implementing work. Every drawing is just a tender drawing or contact drawing cannot be allowed to be used directly on site. Brief details are worked out, and those details are covered into softwares and working drawings duly approved. Only those drawings can be used. And minor details on those exact dimensions are given on those drawings, and these drawings are coordinated together. Otherwise, there can be mistakes on site. Just to avoid those mistakes, these drawings are produced in the name of shop drawing and the name of working drawings. So same time approval is there for those drawings, same approval, simple form is there to be accordingly unable to show you the state page. I could not have a program on this so this anyway. So this is shop drawings, name of work, contract, reference to drawings, reference to specifications, reference to contract drawings, then approval by regional engineer. Then weekly program, I think program you all know about chart and all that. I need not explain that. Everybody knows now what is MS project and primary hands-on methods are there. In those days there was nothing and we used to draw just by manual drawing sheet and used to write in that long pages, long sheets. Nowadays so this many has come that we are using software to produce Primera related Primera or by MS project or by any other whichever PMT have. Now there was no PMT in those days. And this is any common sense PMT doesn't give anything. And we have to prove daily programs, prove quarterly programs, complete programs, full programs, master programs. Here now with level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5 in these days, which is much more higher than this. But this just this only color management destructive. But practically it doesn't work on site. You have to do your way. And for this job that I think it's 32 minutes already. I change it now the next video. Then device programs and then other programs. And now important is meetings. Now, meeting, being an engineer, you think it's so easy to work? I don't think so. When some person comes out of university, getting degree, BE, BTech or ME, MTech or even PhD, you think that person can handle all these activities? Means you have to conduct meetings, the part of management, technical management, administrative management, contact management. And a person who comes fresh without having any experience, holding highest degree PhD or MTech or BTech, do you think that person can handle this management meetings? Or IS can handle these meetings? Or MBA can handle these meetings? No, because activities, contract, specifications, and many others, subcontractors, contractors, other parties, are all involved. So, on buildings projects, mainly, initial and technical meeting is conducted as a part of a contract meeting. Both can be conducted at the same time, but it consumes many hours. So what happens? They bifurcate and technical and coordination meeting, which covers all disciplines. All problems are considered, analysis are made, and difficulties are charted out. That's called technical. All details, all correspondences, all submissions are covered in that. This is followed by monthly meeting. That's called contact meeting or monthly progress review meeting. These are reflected to date, and I'm just giving you this particularly technical meeting is very important from practical engineering point of view. Because it is to be done by site management, not by engineers management. Site management means contractor has to do it. If you are representative or if you're in charge of site, you will have to contact. You will be chairman of that meeting, and it will import people from consultants, import owner, import people from other all subcontractors, contractors, and you have to conduct that one. Also, this is a brief I told you. What happens in that meeting is the technical coordination meeting, contractors clear, name of contract, name of work, and then you have to write names of all, and then you have to write materials. See, first thing is apology. If somebody comes doesn't come, you have to record your apology. If it's available, or you have to mark absent. The minutes of the last meeting, you have to see and read and get approval of all. Then comes material issue. You have to consider all materials. What material was submitted, total, submitted, approval, balance, and remark. Then details of main materials. You have to write all details. What submissions have been made, what approvals have been received, whether procurement orders have been made, if procurement orders has been made, delivery is over or it is expected on this date, expected time of arrival, etc. This applies to all. And why there is delay in submission, there is no submission. Is there any item which is long lead item which can affect the project? Long lead item means say project duration is 1 year and your delivery period is 1.5 years. So that's called long lead item. This causes trouble. If item is not available, how shall you manage? And for all disciplines, we have to take this: mechanical, electrical, plumbing, there is civil. In every discipline, we have to conduct this. And it is to be conducted for each building. Suppose there are 3 or 4 buildings, 5 buildings, certain project. You have to consider these details for every building. You cannot just say combine all and no, that doesn't work. Because every building can have different type of materials, different type of solutions, different type of specifications, and on top of that, some lump sum. Lump sum means not just one sum for whole contract. There is one sum for whole contract as well as there is lump sum for each and every item on that contract. Let's say there are 4 buildings, for example, each building must have a separate BOQ with lump sum of that building. That's what I mean to say. And also external works, they're all taken separately in all BOQs. There could be say 4 BOQ, 5 BOQ, 10 BOQ, 15 BOQ on a major project depending upon what it contains. If it contains all those, you have to do that. Then there are statements. You see, you have to produce the on so you have to produce your progress report. It's very important. I think I will not go more than 40 minutes on this. I'll just cover within 2-3 minutes this time. Long video means difficulty, and viewing video as well as other issues. So it's very old page actually sticking together by static force. That's it. We'll complete this. So yes, now we're going to monthly progress support for site meetings, which is very important. It's a part of contract. If you don't submit this report, meeting cannot be conducted and no payment can be released to contractor. So in all these buildings, I just in a small performance. This developing that one also on Connect Excel form, but that is not available in this one. This is giving what is monthly progress report. This is for site meeting. I will know the first as monthly progress report for site meeting, owner, contractor, building references, date of commissioning, date of contract completion, description of buildings. This is mobilizing the form is description of building or structure and percentage of progress this month, percentage of progress last month, and percentage combined progress this month, percentage combined progress last month, programmed how much and remark. And there is a overall progress is this, and there is a delay or no delay. Measures to be taken. What measures shall we take if there's a delay? How do we recover that one? If there are special remarks will be there, and overall statement will be there. This is a simple one. And then there's another one. The complete details will be given for all activities. Say for one building will be like this. It is this one. Based on your program, based on your chart, this will be like this. So this is all performance, very good performance are there. Building services, workforce building, workforce allied services, workforce metals status program. These are important from metal point of view, which will tell you where your site is, what has come, what has not come. This is status of materials, which I just tell you. Procurement order, delivery, and then what is outstanding material. This is all given in this format. This is the material submission and delivery schedule, status updated. So serial number I'm just telling you for understanding. First is serial number, then is the description of material, then submittal reference, after is date of submittal, rejected or approved, date of approval, details of material placed in order, expected time of arrival, that's called ETA, date of actual arrival, material sample, inspection, approved, rejected, or any other order given to contractors. Damages, if any, transportations, delivery problems, remarks. They all materials are entered on this material should be entered in about table per approved list of material submittals and no change shall be made in that without approval of engineer or owner. Similarly, services material institute shall be prepared for technical and coordination meetings as explained earlier and related discussions on matters. Such a note given on let's say the bottom of this page. Here, footer you can see these days. So footer here. So list of materials also is given in that. And then lastly, what's the package on this report? Actually, package submission. Let's explain what given is package. Package of documents for this meeting, site progress meeting. Number one is summary sheet of overall program on top of that. Progress report of all individual programs on buildings as case B in individual sheet and place second from top. List of workforce and machinery developed during progress period and placed third from top. The material submittal and delivery schedule according to approved list and be placed fourth from top. List of materials during regular supplies in progress period and placed fifth from top. List of weather conditions during reported period following. List of other accidents following. Valuation to be carried personally and generally one day before meeting discussed with President Engineer's representative, quantity engineer, and say minutes of previous meetings should be taken with you while going to meeting. Yeah, this is just a submission of that, which is very important. And I'll take later on. I ask if there's some suggestion given by you people because I cannot give directly all that. I'm just deciding from because this is just a few pages only. I'll take another video remaining one. If you people interested, I'll continue. If you people think I'm wasting your time, please tell me. I will stop this. And I think you understand me. It depends upon how you will treat this, right? So I hope if we get some suggestions from people, I will keep this continuation. It is continuation of second video because already it's 42.43 minutes over and it doesn't look nice to keep you hanging for so long. I'll give remaining second one. I give a reference of this. Thank you very much.